To use Wasm in our project, we need to first create our Wasm project, and for that we are going to use Rust programming language, and we are going to compile Rust to Wasm. We are going to use the tool called Wasm Pack with Wasm Bygen library, and obviously you can find the setup guide and how you can use this tool if you follow this link. This is the book, a Rust book that will allow you to easily create the Wasm project and work on it. So we are just going to follow this tutorial here, only the first part. And first we are just going to generate this template, and we'll go from there. So let me create open a new terminal here and create this new project. I'm going to name it Wasm, simply like that. Now let's open this in our code editor as well. So now that we have this open, we can see what this project does. So in the library.rs, we can see that we have this grid function, which we can call from JavaScript, which then in turn calls the alert function, which is exported, and Bygen takes care of it. We are not going to modify the code, we are just going to compile this for now. To do that, we are going to use the Wasm Pack build. We want to build for release, and also for target we are going to use no modules. So if you're compiling this for the first time, it might take a while, but then obviously it goes much faster after the first compile. So once the compilation is ready, we can see that this package folder was created, and inside here we can see that we have this wasm.js file, which has this Wasm Bygen variable, which is then assigned here, but we only have to care about the variable itself, the Wasm Bygen variable. And then we also have this Wasm file that is our bytecode. So we need to copy those two to our project. So let's open the containing folder and go to our project. It's here, right? And let's find a folder. So first we need to copy the JS file to our JS directory, and then we also need our Wasm file, so we are going to copy that as well to our static folder. So now we have those two. To add this to our project, now we have to create a new script tag. In this script tag, we want to import raw JavaScript content of this JavaScript file. If you use the import.js, this will create the script tags inside of the script tag, which won't work. So that's why we need to use import raw. And we can just copy the relative path of the file we want to import and just put it here. So this will import the JavaScript. And then remember this Wasm Bygen variable. Now we just have to call this because it becomes a function, as you can see down here. And if you just call that, we then need to specify, we then need to give a buffer containing the bytes from our Wasm file. So to do that, we then use our import Wasm helper. And then we have to specify the path to our Wasm file. If we copy it. So now this will return our object, Wasm object, on which we can call the methods. So we can then, and also this is a asynchronous function, so we need to call the then, and this will return our Wasm. So we're just gonna say W for the variable, and in this function now we can call the methods on this object. So the things that we have, we can, if you remember from this from this project, we have this greet function, which then calls the alert with hello wasm text. So let's call this function and see if it works. So we'll go back to our project and we'll say w.greet. Right, so this should call the function, and then when we rebuild and refresh the website, we should see the alert from the WebAssembly. So build is finished. Now let's go here and refresh our project, and we can see that it worked. We got the output from Wasm. Right, and if we look at the build file again, if you go all the way down, we can see that we have the bytecode here imported again as part of the HTML file. So this is how you can use Wasm with your project.